So, hello. Now, today is Friday the 15th of January and it is a lovely day. It's pretty cold, it's about 7 or 8 degrees, but apart from that it's really still and there's hardly any wind today. And I have decided for the very first time to hop over to Lihou Island and do a bit of lure fishing. Now, Lihou Island is a tiny little island just off the west coast of Guernsey. It's not far away at all. You can access it on a spring tide. It's roughly 12:30, 1:45 in the afternoon. And on this particular day, you've got to be back at 4 o'clock at the very, very latest. I'll be coming back before then because I'm not going to get caught out. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic day. Just have a little pan around, and the camera's on wide lens, so not sure how much of it is going to pick up. There's about, I can see, a good 20 people ormering. It's I didn't actually realise it's an ormering tide today. So yeah, all the locals are out collecting ormers. People of all ages, which is really nice to see. But yeah, my plan is to do a bit of lure fishing, hopefully find a bass. I mean, it's really calm. I've never ever fished around here before, so it's just going to be a case of walking around, finding a few spots. I've just got the dilemma whether to go left of the island or right to start with. Both look pretty good, so yeah, I'll put the camera back on in a little bit. I'm just going to get over there and then I'll talk you through it. So I've just walked across. This is the front of Lihou Island here. There's one single house on the island which I believe can be rented out for certain things. Yeah, this is the causeway here, which I've just walked across, and obviously this is Guernsey here, so it's not far at all. Probably, I don't know, 1/4 mile, I'm guessing. But yeah, I don't know if you can see down there, there's people in the water wading for the ormers. So I've decided I'm going to head this direction, and yeah, I've never ever been here to fish, so I'm just going to find a suitable place, have a few chucks and keep moving. Now I've just come around the corner of the island and it's so cool to see it from this point of view. I've only ever really scoped it out before from the car park. And obviously there's only a certain amount you can see. I mean, there's some really good ground around here. I know it's a really popular spot for bass fishing and all sorts of fishing, really. I know a lot of the guys come here during comps and things. I don't know the exact spots, so I'm not giving away anything. But yeah, really good ground. So basically I'm just going to head to the end of these rocks here. It's a big gully that runs through here. I'll have a few casts and then just keep moving around. First cast of the day. Now I'm just using the Evo Bass Lawrence, purely because it's really, really rough ground here, and this will just swim just below the surface and hopefully not get snagged. Now I won't have too many casts here. I'm going to move over to my right. Still in really shallow water here. There's people ormering not far. So I kind of want to get out a little bit deeper and a bit into some more secluded areas. Hopefully find where the bass are hanging out. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but all of these rocks in this rock pool with the whiter side, these are all rocks that have been turned for ormers and not flipped over again. I know there's a lot of debate whether you should be flipping your rocks back. Personally, I think you definitely should be. But yeah, unfortunately, there's loads of people who don't bother. So you can see where people have previously come, flipped over rocks and just left them like that. So I don't know if you can see here, but just another example of all the white, light coloured rocks being unturned. Sorry, not flipped over once they've been turned. Now, I was literally just scanning this rock pool and I noticed one or two hadn't have been turned. So I lifted one, and here, now these are extremely small, but these are the ormers that everybody's after. This one is tiny. I mean, literally only not even half the size of my finger. This one here a little bit bigger. But this is the ormer, otherwise known as the abalone or abalone. Not too sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, local delicacy. You can see this one moving. You see it moving there? But yeah, two tiny little ormers. So I'll get this rock back nice and gently. And this is the advantage of putting the rocks back once you've lifted them, is you have little juveniles like this for the future. So yeah, that's the Guernsey ormer. Now, I'm going to grab my rod. I just chucked the surface lure on and had 3 or 4 casts with that in an area, but tide's whipping out of there really quickly, so I'm just literally having a little wander. It's surprisingly difficult, this island, because with not knowing it whatsoever, there are certain bits that look really good to fish, but as you get closer you realise it's cut off by like a neck-high gully. So yeah, I'm just going to wander around. What I might do is just head this way, and if it takes me all the way around the island, that's fine, because I'd quite like to fish the other side. So yeah, let's carry on trekking. God, no wonder why no one's ormering around this side. This has been absolutely hammered. Literally every rock unturned. Crazy. Right, what I've decided to do is, as you can see, all the waters run right out there, so to get to any deeper water, it's going to be quite far out. And because I'm not familiar with this part of the island or anything, don't want to get caught out, so I'm going to head the other side and just go have a look around there. I've hardly been doing any fishing, but it's an absolutely beautiful day. It's so nice to be out here, so peaceful. So we might go have a little look at the house over here. and I'm assuming you can get up that way and just cut across the island, or if not, I'll go back round the front. Right, I just stopped to have a little drink and I'm back on the move again. Now I'm coming up to, coming round the other side of the island. So there's some people ormering over there. In the distance is the causeway where I crossed. I went over that way and around, and I've just cut across the island there. Now I've just been scanning this area, and I'm going to have a few chucks around here. And it's also good because it means I can keep an eye on the tide. I can see all the way to the causeway, so I can see what the tide's doing and gauge when I can head back. Now, if the fishing doesn't produce much and I've still got time, what I might do is head back over there and just flip a few rocks and see if I can actually come across any keeper size ormers. I really didn't realise it was an ormering tide today. I knew it was a spring tide, but the ormering tides have certain dates which you're strictly only allowed to forage for them on those specific days. Oh, I've come a weird way here. So if there is time, I'll head back and have a little look around, see if I can find any. But in the meantime, let's get fishing. Right, I think I'm going to leave it at that for the fishing. Now I've just climbed over all these rocks. They're all up and down, up and down. There's some absolutely huge rock pools around there. But with not having any knowledge really of where to fish around here and which bits you can get to, I've just been kind of blagging it and having sort of 5 or 10 casts in a spot and moving on. But nothing's happened. All I've had is a wrasse follow the lure right into the rocks. Only a small thing, about £1 or so. Oh, it's tiring stuff. Right then. I've just had to lose a couple layers because absolutely baking now. Now I'm knocking the fishing on the head, and I'm heading in the direction of where I came when I first walked over. Now I'm not, I didn't plan to sort of have a little look for some ormers, but I may as well while I'm here. I don't know too much about it, but I'm just going to head to some rock pools and lift some rocks and see what we can find. I'll probably only spend half an hour or so doing this. I think it's bang on low tide now, so tide will be turning in a little while. Still got a fair while yet before you got to cross back over though, as you can see. Nowhere near yet. So let's go and have a little search. Now I'm guessing that A lot of these would have been turned already. And I'm not too far down the beach really. I've just ditched my rod over there. So hopefully I'll be able to find it again. Oh, there's one. Well, there we go. There's another little ormer there. Now, I have no form of measuring guide on me. This one is undersized, I can tell just by looking at it, so I'm not going to move it too much. But there we go. There's another little ormer. Now I'll just flip this back. Make sure it's completely covered in the water. There we go. So there's one. Now I'm guessing people have been here already and obviously taken any ones which are worth taking. There's another one, roughly the same size. There we go. There's a little shrimp down there. Little tiny crab there. But yeah. Now one thing I did bring with me, so I've got a backpack with me today. I took all my lures out my lure bag, bought a backpack, got my scales which have got a little measure on, so I might be able to get a rough guide of that. It's definitely under, and that is about 8 centimeters. So I don't even know the legal size. I believe it's 4 inches, which would make it 10 centimeters. So if I were to find any, I won't take anything under 4 inches. And then there's plenty of people about foraging, so they'll have measurement. Oh, put my hand in that sea enemy then. They'll have gauges on them, so I can always check. And if they happen to be under, just put them back. Oh, that could be a keeper. Well, that there is a tiny, tiny little baby. And this here could be its grandma. Let's get this one measured. Wow, check this out. Hopefully the camera can film this, but from the end of the shell to the other end, that is just over 10 centimeters. So I'm going to keep that one, and I'll check it when I find someone who's got a proper gauge. Happy days. And so there we go, that is the Guernsey ormer. Very odd looking creatures, but yeah, there's our first one. And obviously I haven't come prepared for this. Ideally you'd want some waders on so you can get into the water. There's plenty of people over there. That guy over there has got a bag full. But yeah, there's plenty of people over in that direction and they're waist deep in the water having a look. Oh, there's another one. There we go. That one could be in size as well. Let's give it a measure. Right, I have good news. this ormer is definitely going to be in size, because this is bang on 10 centimeters. And I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's a gentleman over there who's just going back, and I've just asked him the legal limit, and it's 8 centimeters. So happy days, we have 2 keepers now. Get them unstuck. Oh, now I haven't got a hook or anything, so might have to just get him with a rock. There we go. And there we have it. Number 2. Well, here we have little top knot. See if I can get him. That there, I believe, is a top knot. There we go, awesome. I believe that is a top knot. Looks it. Let's get him back. Let's see if he'll swim off for the camera. Blended into the bottom. Beautiful. Now this pool that I'm in is starting to fill up now, and all the guys that were over there, they've all started to head back. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the tide. I'll flip a few more rocks. I need to find my fishing rod as well. Hopefully that's not underwater. Just a few crabs under there. Right, I'm not going to lift too many more, because these rock pools are getting deeper and deeper now. Oh, that's stuck in the ground. Oh, look at this. How close was I to losing a fishing rod? It just goes to show how quick that tide comes in, even though it doesn't even look like it's moving. If the tractor's heading back, you know it's time to get back over there. Everyone seems to be leaving now. Everyone's checking the size of their ormers before leaving the beach. I've just got the 2, but I'm happy about that. Now I'm going to head back to the car park, so I'll see you there. Right, so I'm just about to leave the beach, but before I go, I'm just going to double check that these are in. Going from there to there, and as you can see, that is just over 4 inches, 4¼ inches, so about 10.5, 11 centimeters, well, about 11 centimeters, that one. And this one is pretty much bang on the same, just under 11. So, only 2, but I'm super happy about that. Bit of fishing turned into a bit of foraging. Now I'll wrap these up and get back to the car. So, look at this. Not bad for January, is it? Absolutely beautiful day. Now, I've thoroughly enjoyed those couple of hours. I've just got back to the car. My car's in the car park over there. As you can see, it is amazing today. That's Lihou in the background, still able to get across. It's the last few people coming across now. But yeah, absolutely great. Really enjoyed it. Now, what I didn't plan on doing at all, I had no idea it was a foraging tide. It turns out it was today, yesterday and the day before. And the next tides are on the 28th of January, the 28th, 29th and 30th, which is in 2 weeks' time. And fortunately, I've got the 28th off work. So the tides are a little bit smaller, but what I'm going to do is go foraging again. And hopefully we can find a few more ormers and might even be able to cook some up and do a little recipe. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to head home now, but until next time, see you later.